What a nice day in the Mojave Desert. Look, you even got a little rainbow over there. Huh? How about that? Now the plant I want to show you is a member of the sunflower family. It's a perennial. It's not an annual. Remember, most of the plants out here are annuals. They germinate in the winter or the spring. They grow for 3 or 4 months. They flower, do their thing, produce a ton of seed, and then die. Okay? Live fast, all right? Die young, produce a shit ton of seed. And this plant, of course, doesn't do that, though. It's got a very odd habit. It's a perennial. It's almost kind of succulent. The foliage is immensely fragrant. And the flowers, if I can actually, manage to find any, are incredible. They got red ligules. They look like firecrackers in the desert. 8-inch tall firecrackers in the desert. This plant, this specific individual, is not the most robust, but it is living true to its common name, hole in the sand plant. You can see it's created a goddamn hole in the sand where it's growing out of. Okay? Remember, it's a perennial, so it's got a perennial rhizome down there, a little perennial inflated root. Okay? You can see the foliage is glabrous as hell. Now this species, Nicolletia occidentalis, see, the flower didn't open up yet, but you could see those red ligules. You could see them poking out from the phyllaries right there. This plant smells absolutely amazing. Like many members of the marigold tribe in the sunflower family, Tegidiae, okay? You might know Tegides, aka the Mexican marigold, which some of the grannies grow in their yard in the more temperate areas, okay? You can make a tea out of it. Smells fantastic, and it's because on the abaxial surface of Tegides, they got little orange glands. And those orange glands are filled with resin, and they smell fucking wonderful. Okay? You could see a couple of these glands. You can see one of them right there on that phyllory right there. Okay? They all smell incredible. Just the foliage, not the damn flowers. This foliage right now smells... I like it. Okay? Now, if you're trying to munch on this thing and you're a rabbit, you're probably not going to like it too much, which is why it evolved in the first place. Okay? That whole tribe has these resins. The marigold tribe has these resins in those damn... that leaf tissue that, discourages herbivory. It's an adaptive trait when it evolves. So they all produce that. They all produce that stinky-ass resin. I think it smells nice, though. I think it smells pretty good. Let's go find a more robust individual. Prick. See, these tire tracks were probably made 15 years ago, 10 years ago. It's just such a fragile landscape, it don't heal. And of course, such disturbance spreads the goddamn Erodium, which is, I used to think it wasn't too bad, but every year I forget how bad it is, and then I see areas where it's completely invaded and outcompeted all the native plants. Oh, there's one blooming. Here's a Nicolletia blooming. Look at that. Look at those ligules with those yellow disc florets. Wonderful goddamn plant. And it's growing out a hole in the sand. That's why they call it the hole in the sand plant. Huh? You prick? Did you forget I told you that already? You never listen to me. Look at the foliage. Real spiky. I grew a couple of these once because they produce prodigious amounts of seed, like most members of the sunflower family. Anyway, I collected a bunch of these seeds, and I grew one, and it just, like a lot of plants in the desert, you take them to milder climates, they're not going to do that well. They need the heat. But anyway, you can see it's doing well with the mouth breathers driving over it, tearing shit up. It adapts to the disturbance, And again, most of the holes here are created by Nicolletia occidentalis, where it used to grow these. Oh, nice Chaenactis, too. Look at this guy. With those lobes. See those corolla lobes? Chaenactis is very distinctive for the Asteraceae in Western North America. You see one Chaenactis, you'll know what the rest of them look like. They got those corolla lobes. It looks like a little, Mickey Mouse hand or something. Like a little gloved hand coming out to slap you. Just coming out to smack you right in the face. Huh? For being a jackass. Oh, that's nice too. It's a Malvaceae, huh? It's so nice not to hear their vroom vrooms, Because that's what they do. They drive around in circles with the lights and they go vroom vroom. He's like, my car, you get my car, I spent $9,000 on you. Like, it's pretty cool. I just turn the curve. I turn this
the clutch and I put it in and it goes vroom, 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 and it's got license around it. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. This guy I could smell him from here. I could smell the fudge from here. Huh? He stinks. I love it. So pungent. But he didn't open up. You come back here in 2 or 3 weeks, this guy will be just lit up with the pink. First time I seen it, I was driving around here. Seen a couple desert tortoises that day too. Wonder if they're still alive or if they got their shells picked out by ravens. They were young. See, that's the problem with the ravens. You know, it's a species that benefits. This is a fucking raceway. Look at this. This is all fucked up. This is the problem with the ravens. Is that they, you know, they benefit from all the garbage and trash and shit. They're like coyotes. They benefit from human presence. And then their populations get out of control. But then they're still killing other shit too. You know, just like feral cats. Same thing. They just benefit and they just fucking kill everything. So, you know, the ravens are leading to a downfall, a decline in the California desert tortoise population. It's pretty sad. I know a guy who used to get paid to shoot them. He's probably going to bum out some of the vegans, huh? It's, you know, the harsh reality, como se dice. Actually, he was hired by I think he was hired by the feds. You know? Very, very sensitive. He was a sensual, como se dice, sensual redneck. He was a sensitive man. You know? I don't mean redneck in a bad way. I have friends with some rednecks. I'm just saying he was a sensual redneck. He used his noggin, you know? Boy, this place is really fucked up. Are you still listening to me? Probably not. All right, we're going to keep moving along. Here we go. Anyway, look at this. Got a nice species of Astragalus, a.k.a. the loco weeds. Okay? Pea family, Fabaceae, pinnate leaves. Even though they look slightly alternate. Well, they are slightly alternate. But for the most part, you know, you got that pinnate thing, either side of a central rachis, either side of the stem. But the leaves here, okay, you know, obvious Fabaceae subfamily of the pea family, right there. Banner, wings, and keel. Okay, posterior, you got the banner right there. Then on either side, you got the wings. Then hiding in there, you got the keel. Okay, and then of course, inside that damn keel, that's where the stamens, the 10 stamens and a pistil are. But remember, for the pea family, you got 9 of those stamens fused together, and then one odd one. You got one odd, one out. Diadelphus. Pretty odd. Pretty odd. And a lot of members of the, almost, I think like 90% of the members of the pea family, or pea subfamily, Fabaceae, do that. So you got the pea family, Fabaceae. Then you got, used to be 3 subfamilies, okay? Mimosoideae, Sessalpinoideae, and Fabaceae, which was the biggest one. Fabaceae is all the peas. Any plant that's got a flower that looks like that. Because the mimosa flowers look different, okay? And the senna and Sessalpinia flowers look different in that. But now they just revised the phylogeny in the Legume Phylogeny Dungeon. The new Legume Phylogeny Working Group. Alright? Wonderful group of people, okay? Real giddy, lighting their farts on fire, laughing their asses off. They got the nice fruit platter in their conventions when they meet. Okay, they got the nice fruit in sandwich platter. You have a great time. You hang out with those bastards. They'll get you laughing your ass off, rolling on the ground. Just, you know, pleasant as hell. Pleasant as hell crowd. Okay? Anyway, but look at the fruits of this. Okay? Look at the fruits of this. Okay? A lot of species of Astragalus got these speckled leopard print fruits. Okay? Looks just like my goddamn leopard print thong I wear to offend my neighbor. We had an ongoing lawsuit for the last 4 or 5 years. Okay? So I started wearing this in the backyard in plain view of his bedroom window. So I can see my steaming hot package in the... Never mind. You know what? Let's see. Anyway. Okay. But you could see this. Astragalus. Almost 4,000 species of Astragalus. Astragalus is probably the most speciated genus in the world. Okay? Close to, you know, 4,000 species, like I said. And very, very prominent and abundant and very ecologically successful in Western North America. And you get a couple in Chile, too. I've seen some down there nice in Chile. To me, no, I'm tired of taking shit from you. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, you got attitude, all right? All you think about is eating, okay? All right? Eat to live, not live to eat, Jack. No, that's not, no, I never said that. I didn't say that to you. I know. I threatened to send you to fat camp if you didn't stop. I wasn't going to do it. Yeah, get out of here. So we got this guy. We got this plant. Look at those pigments and those. Look at those anthocyanins closer to the stem. We got these guys. They come up in the holes. Okay, they come up in the holes, but not all of them do. So there's a couple different reasons why they come up in the holes. You're probably asking it, why do they come up in the holes? Well, the reason they come up in holes hasn't really been, solid yet. Hasn't been figured out yet. But it could be a number of things. It could be the perennial root contracts, and when it contracts, it causes a depression to occur. Okay, and that depression turned out to be an adaptive trait. Okay, well, the root contracting turns out to be an adaptive trait. Now, I have yet to dig one of these up. I probably won't do it because I don't want to fuck up any of these up, because it is a plant with a narrow range, okay, not widespread by any means, and it's already getting pretty fucking hosed here by the OHV guys. But, when that root contracts, it could be an adaptive trait. It's a trait that, becomes accentuated in the population because when it contracts and creates a little depression, you get the moisture collecting there. It gets more moisture than it would if it was just on flat ground. So it's a beneficial trait, i.e. an adaptive trait, that then gets accentuated and more pronounced throughout the population. Okay, could be that. Could also be that you got little rodents or shrews traveling around. Look, see, here's one where there's no hole. Here's a perennial root down there, but there's no hole. Got a nice little Chaenactis coming up next to it too. Okay. God, I love the way these smell. Okay, so this one doesn't have a hole. Oh, it kind of does. It kind of does. It's starting to get one yet. Okay. Anyway, I was going to say, it could also be that you got, a little shrew or something that disperses the seeds, and it's not that the plant creates the hole. It could be that the hole's already there, and a shrew takes little seeds and doesn't eat all of them, and it just scattered around this little hole. But I don't think that's the case, because there's no hole here. Okay, it could be a multitude of factors. I don't know why nobody's studying this, but you look online, you try to find out why. Ecologically, it's a really weird thing they got going on over here, and I don't understand it. But I do know I love this plant. First time I've seen it, maybe 3-4 years ago. I'm driving down one of these dirt roads. Okay, trying to get to Barstow, in the depths of an ether binge. Just kidding. Hunter S. Thompson, shout out right there. Trying to get to Barstow, and I just figured I'd take the back roads, cut through, see what's going on. And I see this guy, see this plant, full bloom, full frontal, going off all over the ground. Okay? And I said, what the fuck is that? Those beautiful pink and red firecracker flowers just popping off. I said, what the fuck is that? And then, learn what it was, started paying attention to it. Uniseriate phyllaries, one series of phyllaries. Okay, then you got some little bracts subtending, and look how at the end of that bract you got that little point. This is really, I can smell it right now. Really a stunner. And look in there, what you got in there? Looks like that's the secondary pollen presentation. You got the style. The style's already forked out. Okay. So those little yellow things, that's actually the style. That's the stigmatic receptor, aka just the stigma. I just put my own little suffix on there, stigmatic receptor. Make it sound a little bit more technical than it needs to be. Like sometimes people try to do with stuff. What a goddamn lovely plant. Nicolletia occidentalis. You also got another Nicolletia over there in South Texas. There's one that grows by Big Bend National Park, and then on down into northern Coahuila and Nuevo Leon. Then you got another, like I said, the other one down there in Baja. Okay? But again, we don't know why it creates a damn hole. Look at the hole right here. There wasn't a rodent digging there. Okay? Like I said, it might actually just be that perennial root swelling and contracting. Almost like it's mildly succulent. Swelling and contracting in response to the moisture. All right, I gotta go fuck with the dog a little bit more. He's getting mouthy over there. Another beautiful annual. Remember, again, most of the plants out here in the Mojave are annuals. At least the low-growing guys. Okay, most of the wildflowers are annuals, okay, as opposed to perennials. There's Amsinckia tessellata, a.k.a. they call it the fiddleneck. But I myself would never, ever call it that. Because it's just kind of a ridiculous name. And, fiddles don't really have any application to my daily life. Maybe not as much as I'd like them to. Maybe it'd be nice to have a fiddle every once in a while. You got a friend who plays violin, huh? Get him to do you a little dance, and you put your fucking leopard print thong on, do a little tap dance and shit. Have the neighbors calling the cops on you in no time. Anyway, right here, you got the Amsinckia tessellata, wonderful annual plant covered in those bristles, those hairs. Boraginaceae is the family, okay? And that quote, fiddle, again, is that helicoid cyme, okay? It's a type of inflorescence. That's a type of compound flower we got going on here, okay? Get up close, you could see you get your five petals fused, okay? And tons of hairs. But that helicoid, or sometimes called scorpioid cyme, is a big indicator of this family, all right? You see it on Heliotropium, you see them on a lot of plants. Multiple, you'll see it on Erodium too. The yerba santa, which is a perennial bush. It's a perennial shrub, okay? Anytime you see that, you're going to know borage. It's a borage. Some of these used to be in the family Hydrophalaceae, but they merged the two. Now the taxonomists, you know, who don't want to get out and do actual field botany, now they're actually fighting with each other. They want to throw them around, make 6 different families. You know, they're throwing dildos at each other, getting mad at conferences, you know, making snide remarks, you know, decimating each other's papers and whatnot, okay? But I don't pay attention to that. I'll call them borages. They're Boraginaceae. Again, Amsinckia tessellata, there you go. Boom, see? Hole. Okay? Probably 90 to 95% of these are coming up in little holes, little depressions. There you can see a little shrew made a little home right there. Okay, you can see the soil's excavated, but he probably did that after the depression was already there. Okay, so he didn't make it. The vast majority, like I said, are just coming up in holes in the ground. It's why they call it the hole in the sand plant. Okay, but nobody knows why it creates those goddamn holes. Boom. There's one, another hole. Another hole. Almost all of them got the holes. Okay? Another mystery to Mojave Desert, you know? Just like, you know, how do the tweakers in Barstow compare to the tweakers in Daggett? What are the subtle nuances between them? You know? Huh? No one can answer that for me, okay? You see a man, grown man, riding a little girl's bike at 3 in the morning, you know, talking to himself, sagging his pants with a backwards hat, looking like Jesse Pinkman. Okay, 3 in the morning on a little girl's bike. What is he doing out there? Who knows? See, another hole right there, just about to go off. It's weird. I was here in January once, and these were already, it was a warm January, these were already producing seed. Real odd plant. Who doesn't love a phrynosoma, huh? If you don't love a phrynosoma, you're an asshole. They always look so skeptical. I can't blame them, you know. I'm skeptical of most people, too. Look at that coloration. Look how beautiful she is. Oh, my God. Who knew phrynosoma ass was so gorgeous? Look at the patterning. Huh? How many millions of years of evolution and adaptation are imbibed in those patterns of colors? Not to mention the texture. You know, of course, biomimicry to blend in with the rats. What are you doing? Why are you coming towards me? Hey. Okay. Let me ask you a couple questions, okay? Have you benefited from the decreased presence of OHV jackasses here? Huh? Have you been enjoying it? Huh? Probably. I'd imagine so. Okay? Do you do AV, by the way? Could you do something about that wind sound on the mic right here? Can you help me with any of that? Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know. It's just a question. Do you look like the kind of person who would specialize in audio-visual? I don't know. Okay? You don't gotta be a wise ass like that. I just thought it might be worth asking you. Okay? Okay, now you're nonplussed. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna let you go. I'm gonna put you back. I think this conversation's over. See, got out just in time for the rain to start, but you could see the OHV, the same OHV that creates the disturbance, which the Nicolletia seems adapted to. The same OHV guys, you know, I think when they're just tearing down the road so fast, it basically creates a little speed bumps, you know? It's like a more grandiose form of washboarding. So you're real pain in the ass. You know, but I mean, I gotta give it to him. It's, you know, it makes it so no one can go faster than 10 miles per hour, that's for sure. Kind of feels like being in a boat. You know, used to be, I remember when I used to work this local switch job down there in the Oakland yard, there was a section of rail that was so bad that the fucking locomotive would go like this, but it'd go laterally, not up and down. You know, I do up and down sometimes. Kind of felt like being in a boat. Pretty exciting. Never knew when you'd derail. The desert after a rain smells incredible. Okay, you get the petrichor, that smell of the rain on the rocks mixed with the creosote bush. But I want to stop and show you something. I'm driving along the road, looking at the road, okay, rubbernecking like I always am. We're only going 10 miles per hour anyway because of the damn speed bumps created by the OHV guys. All right, so I'm looking at the goddamn ground, and I see the Eremalche, that mallow family plant right there. And then I'm looking at it, I'm figuring, what the shit is this? It's growing prostrate. And then I stop and look, and I realize that's a very interesting plant, Erodium texanum. It's basically a native member of a genus that we mostly get as an invasive. This is the invasive version, Erodium cicutarium. This is the native version, Erodium texanum. Erodium cicutarium is from Northeast Africa and Europe. Highly invasive, real pain in the ass plant. I've seen it form monocultures, outcompete native annuals. All those fucking cool native annual wildflowers you get in the desert get outcompeted by this guy, okay? Because he's got these explosive seeds. You know, the dehydration is the plant, because it's an annual. As the plant dies, the dehydration in the tissue creates a tension, which causes this thing to basically shoot out, okay? And then once this thing's dried, that straight little tail, what gives it the colloquial name stork's bill, that straight tail goes to helical. It's got like a corkscrew shape. And then once it rehydrates, it lands on the ground. Then once it rehydrates, that little corkscrew shape helps the seed to in effect drill into the ground. That's why it's such a successful goddamn invasive. I wish this native one was as successful as well, because it's almost more beautiful. You know, you got the nice, look at it, nice, almost like a maple leaf shape, the trifoliate thing, little glaucous blue color with some trichomes in the dumentum on a leaf, huh? But mostly what you get around is this guy, real pain in the ass, right? And eventually, long after humans are extinct, or after we drop out, you know, this will naturalize. It'll get, you know, it'll fall into the system of checks and balances known as ecology. It'll get an insect that can take it down, or a fungus that can take it down, keep it in check. But right now, it's a huge pain in the ass, forms monocultures. But to see the native version, the plant that's already adapted to the ecology, okay, is pretty goddamn remarkable. Erodium texanum, who knows how long this split off from this, okay? Humans brought this over in the 1800s. This was here long before, probably been here for quite a few million years. And you can see it's adapted to the Southwest desert. It's got that blue color, and it's got just a little bit of trichomes on those leaves. See that? Huh? Again, this is all in the Biogeography Dungeon. You're interested in shit like this, you got to start reading up on biogeography. How do plants get where they are, and once they're there, how do they evolve into new species that are more perfectly suitable to the environments they arrive in than where they came from, okay? And I always, when I'm telling people about biogeography, I always reference silver swords in Hawaii, which again are descended from these tiny little annual plants that we get here in California. One of them made it to the Hawaiian Islands 5 million years ago and turned into these 6-foot tall, you know, coalescent blue fucking monocarpic amazing shits that grow on the volcanoes up there. Anyway, there you go, Erodium texanum. Stork's bill is the common name. You got a native version, and there's the invasive one that was brought over in the 1800s by people. There you go. That's all I got for you. I'm done for real this time. Okay, that's it. That's all you get. Go fuck yourself. Have a lovely day. Bye.